Good evening and welcome to DSPN, the Dyer Sports Network. I'm your host, Mayor Buddy Dyer, and alongside me is the best anchor in all of Orlando, the one and only Bob Frier.
That's right, folks. Bob is back. Like I don't hear that everywhere I go these days. Thank you, Mayor. Really great to be here, and you know, I can see that you really pulled out all the stops for me. What'd you build this set yourself?
Budget cuts.
Gotcha.
What can I tell you? College Game Day is built by the Home Depot. DSPN is built by me and my 14-year-old son.
Actually kind of reminds me of my days working over at Channel 6, so it's good. Excited to be here. Let's get right to the action. Our top story tonight, a four-peat for the Parramore Kidz Zone.
For the fourth year in a row, PKZ has been a win for the Children of Parramore. Let's go to the highlights.
An 80% decrease in juvenile crime in Parramore between 2006 when PKZ started and 2009.
An increase in FCAT scores across the board last year.
A 21% decrease in births to Parramore teens between 2006 and 2008.
And we achieved this by enrolling more than 2,400 children in PKZ since 2007.
That really is incredible and really something to be proud of. Now, to help us celebrate another victorious year, we have invited a few friends to join us. We're going to eat some great food, we're going to watch some exciting college basketball games, and we're going to get an up-close and personal look at the success of the Parramore Kidz Zone, both on the playing fields and, of course, in the classroom.
You know, Bob, Parramore Kidz Zone really is one of my passions. And over the last 4 years, PKZ has changed the lives of our most vulnerable children through the support of so many folks in our community. Our crowd tonight is filled with those MVPs who have helped to make the success of PKZ possible, including PKZ's biggest cheerleader, District 5 Commissioner, Daisy Lynham. I can't thank them enough for their commitment to our young people.
You're right, Mayor. And tonight we are going to be taking a look at some of the individuals that have made the program such a success, as well as the stories of some of the kids who are overcoming just incredible challenges because of the help of PKZ.
All right, everybody's probably tired of hearing from us, so let's go to the action. We've got a great show lined up.
We do. Our first look tonight at PKZ is what they are doing to instill a love of reading in our children. By the way, Mayor, what's your favorite book?
Well, don't tell anybody,
Yeah.
but I really am into those Twilight books.
So are you a Team Edward or a Team Jacob kind of a guy?
No comment.
Jacob. All right, you see, it really doesn't matter what kids read, just as long as they get into the habit of reading. Now, as you're about to see, the folks at PKZ know if they can get a kid to love reading, they can give that student the gift that will help them succeed for the rest of their lives.
Page 15 is a children's literacy nonprofit, and so we work in collaboration with PKZ and kind of bring the educational portion to their program. You know, there's a lot of mentoring that goes on in this room as well because we have a lot of the same kids and a lot of the same volunteers that come all the time. There's a great benefit to sitting one-on-one, and what I think we're able to provide the kids is that one-on-one collaboration with a tutor. Some of the other success stories I think we have are just turning kids on to the love of reading. I mean, I can't tell you how many times kids walk in our door and their parents are like, my kid hates reading, so like, good luck. I've been trying to read to him my whole life. He won't write anything, he won't read anything. And, you know, within the first 2 or 3 days, the parents walk in and the kid's reading a book by himself. Yeah, I mean, that's everything to us. That's why we get up and do this every single day, you know, and it's challenging because there are, you know, these kids are going through a lot. Some of them have really incredible challenges that, you know, it just kind of, you don't even like thinking about what some of these kids are going through every day.
I make people smile. I like smiling.
Bob, who's your favorite basketball player?
I'm an old school kind of a guy, Mr. Mayor. I like Dr. J. How about you?
Well, for me, it's Dr. P.
Dr. P, I've never heard of him.
Well, Dr. P's not exactly a him, it's a she.
So you're like Twilight and the WNBA. Nice.
Well, she doesn't exactly play basketball, and as you're about to see, she's at the center of our effort to boost FCAT scores in Parramore.
Most of my staff calls me Dr. P. Any healthy community has a strong school. Parramore Kidz Zone, they've been a great partner, and especially when it comes to bringing resources to the school that we need so that we can meet the needs of the children and the students here. for many of our children in the community that we serve, they don't have computers at home, and they especially don't have computers with internet access. They may have a computer, but there's no internet access for them. I think whenever you invest in children, you're investing in our future, and I know that's cliche to say that now, but it's the absolute truth. When you invest your resources, whether it's your time, whether it's your financial resources, or your talents, whatever you invest, whenever you take the time out to invest in children, you're really building the next generation of leadership for the community that you're in and for our nation.
Being a teacher is my backup plan. My backup plan. If being a princess won't work, I'm a teacher.
Mr. Mayor, kind of a weird question here, but what's your favorite color?
Well, Bob, I don't have just one. Ask anybody who knows me, and they'll tell you I believe both orange and blue.
That's true.
What about you?
I like purple, and it has nothing to do with the artist formerly known as Prince. It's because in Parramore, purple, it's more than just a color. It's all about changing lives.
Purple is a girls group that was formed in Parramore, created by CCSI. That it's an acronym for Powerful Urban, Really Passionate Ladies Excelling. It's a young ladies group. We mentor on self-esteem, character building, and just the everyday well-being in life from ages 11 to 21. And we don't have to, give them any big incentives to do things or, dangle any carrots anymore. They want to do it, and that's what's important. I think that would be the biggest aha moment. I want to.
I'm powerful, forced, and passionate, and will accept nothing less than the best. I'm caring, confident, and never compromise my humbleness and understand life's choices. I have strength and courage and will hurt all obstacle places before me. I'll be gracious in character and positive in speech. I'll not let race, gender, or color alter my character or affect my decision. Why? Because we are purple. Powerful, urban, really passionate ladies that serve.
Bob, I've always been a big supporter of pre-K, right?
Absolutely, and that research shows that little kids need people to read to them and to teach them numbers and words and colors and shapes so that they are ready for school when they start kindergarten.
And my kids and I have had the benefit of getting a lot of help from friends and families, and I'm sure that you have too. But many people in Parramore don't have that kind of early learning support, and that's where PKZ steps in.
This is probably one of the first times that a program like this has been offered to this community. The whole intent is to encourage the parents to work on a project together each week, and we try to encourage them to do the same type of projects at home. I don't even think that there are words to describe how valuable this program is. Just by looking around, you can see we've got moms, sometimes dads, we have aunts, uncles, different family members that bring their children here to learn new activities. They participate every single week.
I think that you guys are doing a great job, and I want it to continue. Even if my kids get older, other parents can come, because it's doing a really good job for the kids. Not for the parents, but for the kids. It's benefiting the kids.
Mayor, at these CityKidz events, I've seen you make a half-court shot. Took 17 tries, but you made it. Something to be proud of.
That's pretty good.
Not bad at all. Made a 50-yard field goal. Let me ask you, are you teaching the Parramore kids any of these skills?
Well, Bob, I may have had just a little extra coaching to make those shots, but we have a lot of coaches in Parramore too, recruiting the youth in everything from basketball to football to double dutch, and we've seen the impact these programs are having off the court. But let's see what's happening on the court.
This is the City Teens Jumpers. They were established 2 years ago. We have 3 different levels of teams. We have an open club where kids come in, they just jump, they have fun. They mainly do it for exercise. Our second team is our competition team. These kids will actually go to regional competitions. If they win, they'll go to nationals. Our third team is our performance team, and that is the team that circulates Orlando, working for the American Heart Association and little events, and does performances just to spread the word of what jump rope's all about. A lot of kids come in a little on the obese side, and they start to work out and they start to sweat, and they'll actually come to me and be like, I'm dropping my weight, which is actually awesome too. So it's good in obese, it's good for their heart, it gives them new friends, and it's a sport that a lot of kids can do. If they're not cut out for football, they're not big enough. They can't run fast enough, they can't do track. They cannot juggle a ball for anything in basketball. They're not tall enough. Jump rope seems to fit that niche that they don't find anywhere else in another sport.
You know, having a job as a student, really a great way to learn responsibility and life skills. Do you remember your first job?
Well, my dad was a cattle trucker, so my first job was actually shoveling manure. And a lot of people say it prepared me for a life in politics.
Yeah, no. You know, there aren't a whole lot of cows in Parramore, but PKZ is doing some great work and partnering with businesses in our community to get kids that first job.
These kids in this area, they want jobs, they want their own money. They don't want to be on the streets selling drugs. So that's why we created this youth employment. I think they learn a lot of responsibility, commitment, and dedication. Life skills, life lesson skills that is going to help them in the future become better citizens. With the economy as it is today, we hope that we can get more corporations to come in and to help us out.
We've had a lot of fun tonight seeing the good being done in Parramore and the smiles on these kids' faces. A lot of these kids come from struggling families who need help keeping their kids on the right track. Some of these young people have overcome incredible tragedy and major hurdles in their lives.
They sure have, you know, and some of them deal with things that most of us really can't even imagine. To help them get past it all, it takes the love and commitment of some really amazing volunteers.
Well, this is the New Image Youth Center. We are a partner of the Parramore Kidz Zone, and this is one of the homework rooms in the Parramore area. Definitely academics is number one, where the kids are coming in, you're helping with the homework one-on-one. They're at that age where they need that structure, they need that discipline, they need that family unit because they want to feel like they're actually part of something. After 5 years of being in business, 5 years, none of our boys have ever been a part of the juvenile justice system. None of our girls have ever been pregnant from 5 years. And these are the same Parramore kids that were, you know, most likely to drop out, most likely to get in trouble, most likely to become teen parents. And we're defeating all the odds. So our success, I think, comes in just seeing day after day, these kids are still coming on their own free will every day. Although we're going to have structure, although we're going to have discipline, they're still coming. So we know for that 4 to 6 hours a day, however many hours we're here, that they're out of harm's way. So no matter what happened in the outside world, it's not our children, they're out of harm's way. And I know for sure that most of these kids, if they keep their head on right and if they could continue to remain where they are, they will make it.
Well, so we're almost at the end of the show, but I think we're still missing something.
You know, I think unless we're doing weather, I think we're pretty good here so far. You know, I've been doing this anchoring thing for a while. Glenn Richards isn't here. I don't think we really even need to push our luck, do we?
But Bob, DSPN is a professional operation. What do you think? We just threw this together?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No. We need a big
Yeah.
finish. We owe everyone out there a big finish. And I know just the thing. How about a top 5 plays of the day in the Parramore Kidz Zone?
I like where your head's at. You know what? I think we might be able to do just that. Oh, look, here it is, ready to go. Number 5, look at those PKZ girls doing some double dutch.
Wow, look at that rotation. Look at the height of that jump rope.
That is some serious wrist action. Mad skills, Mayor, mad skills.
Number 4, a little guy who has topped my Buddy Jam invitation shot.
Did you see that shot?
Let's see that again in slow-mo.
Number 3, these are the girls in the purple program resolving a conflict without violence.
Somebody better call the NHL. Number 2, look at him reading that book in the homework room.
I want you to check out his perfect form as he turns the pages.
This kid has to be reading at least 3 or 4 grade levels above where he is.
And number 1, it is the PKZ Bears football team winning a national championship.
Wait, there's one more. We got a bonus.
How did that get in there? This is so embarrassing.
Nice shot. All right, that'll do it for us. We're done here on the set, but don't worry, we've got a lot more fun in store for you for the rest of the night.
So, on behalf of the mayor, we want to thank everyone for being with us tonight and for supporting the Parramore Kidz Zone throughout the year.
With your continued support, we'll be here again next year to celebrate 5 years of helping children in Parramore.